Good evening, welcome to our DSD Team UK Hangout. This Hangout is all about what is happening in DS Domination. So if you don't know anything about DS Domination, you're about to find out what it's all about. And then we're going to take you forward and tell you all the things that are happening as a company-wide. This company is going forward so fast. It's really nice to see, but we need to keep you informed of what's happening with it. So I've got a few notes of what I want to get across to you. First thing first, let me tell you about DS Domination. So DS Domination is all about drop shipping items and not physically having the items, not filling your garage up with items and having to then go out and frantically find buyers for it. Drop shipping is listing the item, and then once you've got somebody to buy the item, you then go and source the item and send it on to them. So you have no items, you just give your address, the customer's address, pass it along, job done. So it's dead easy. All you've got to do is copy and paste, and you can do that. You can put listings up, and you can make as much profit as you want. So that's DS Domination. Now, what we've got for that is there's slight differences in the UK and the USA. So DS Domination is it's a US-based company. There's Canadian owners, there's American owners, and there's slight differences in the way that eBay work in America on the .com, ebay.com and amazon.com, and ebay.co.uk and amazon.co.uk. and the other suppliers that we use inside the system. So it's really, really important to get inside a UK team. If you're in the UK, get inside a UK team that will support you through these little niggly things that you might have issues with. You post them in a central area, and then you can get the answer to your problem and get over that hurdle and then get on with making some more money. So what we've set up within DS Domination is several Facebook groups, which are, there's team-specific ones, there's open ones, there's a universal one for everybody in the UK. You need to be in this particular one. So get in touch with myself or Rick, and we'll put you into that group. There's also a forum that is for all our UK affiliates. And you've got to have, all you've got to do is have an active account, and then you'll be placed into these groups. So really important to get yourself into them groups for the support that you need. Now, what else have we got? We've got events that we have been setting up. Good evening, welcome to our DSD Team UK Hangout. This Hangout is all about what is happening in DS Domination. That's really delayed. So if you don't... That's really delayed. Sorry about that. Facebook is not working very well this evening. 1 second. There's also a full... There we go. Right. So we've got the forum, we've got the DSD groups, and we've got events. So events are really important to get together with the people in the UK, and we've held a few of these now in London, in Coventry. The next one is in Essex, which is towards the end of September. So you need to get your tickets for that. Get along there, meet up with the people, get the specific training that is UK, focused. This is going to really, it's going to put you in the right company to go forward more confidently in what you're doing. So that's the Essex event, and then the biggest event is when Roger is coming over, and that is in Drayton Manor, which is up Birmingham way. So you need to get your event ticket for that. If you look on my timeline, you can see you'll see the event details on there, or Rick, you've probably got some up there as well. You can put them in the chat box if you want that information. It will be in the chat box below. And that's going to be fantastic, because I've seen some of the preparation for that, There's a lot going on behind the scenes. So as you're a member and you're only just listing items on eBay and making your money doing it that way, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's Kevin Wilkes has been up there to Drayton Manor today, checking it all out and getting setting the scene. So there's a lot going on, a lot going on behind the scenes, and this is all to make it easier for the UK people to start making money, because Roger comes along, then you can get 10 people that you know to a central location in the UK, get them to that event, and then for what is it, $20 to get started, they can then be a member, and then they'll get special training when Roger comes over in October. So it's really, really important to get to these events. Now then, what else is going on with that? The events. Yeah. Oh, we got Gavin on, and Rick. What else have we got available to people in the UK?
We have a brand new forum.
That's the one, yeah.
which is very cool. I don't think you mentioned that. That's something that is brand new, and there was already a hell of a lot of activity on there from people, all the sort of leaders and more knowledgeable people and stuff wanting to contribute. There's a lot of posts in there already, and that is a one-stop shop for anyone. You don't have to be on Facebook to gain access to it, although there are obviously links through the main Facebook groups, because we've realised that not everybody is on Facebook, and we wanted somewhere. It was all the sort of brainchild of Susie Scoons, and she has started this forum up, and everyone's contributing. All the founders, I believe, will be contributing as well, but it's mainly for a kind of one-stop shop for all the UK. I think it's UK and Europe. So it will be a very large entity once it really picks up, gets going, and all your questions can be answered in there.
And there are specific areas for what product type you've got, isn't there?
Absolutely, yeah. It's all broken down. I'm very proud. I've just added my own product type. I've just been officially approved to have a personal development section, which is kind of my forte. Nothing to do with DS, but I think it's still of vital importance of any kind of business. So sort of develop your mindset and stuff. So I've contributed to that little section. But yeah, every single section of DS Domination, whatever membership you've got, whether it's Pro, Elite, Unleashed, Monopoly, Market Extreme, Genesis, they're all broken down, and you can ask specific questions. And as you upgrade, there's a very sort of streamlined system, or at least it's getting more and more streamlined as days go on, where you send in by email your snapshot of your back office to confirm what membership level you have, and then you have immediate access. Once that's been approved by Susie and the admin team, you then have immediate access to that level and that information within the forum itself. So it's a pretty powerful pretty powerful tool.
Yeah, and we've got another thing that we've got is the Hangouts, the Getting Started Hangouts. Rick, can you just leave a comment for people in the thing to refresh, because we started a bit late because of the Facebook issues. I think people are watching last week or last time's recording. I'm wondering, is this
comment in the main groups? Yeah.
Oh, in the 22 Social app.
All right, cool.
Cheers.
Yeah, I was a little bit late on the call. I don't know whether it was I had login issues just a minute ago. So
Facebook broke for a few seconds and sent everybody into a big panic. So that's what was going on. I couldn't get this loaded up on time because of that issue.
Cool. So, what did I miss, just briefly, so I'm not repeating?
So I was just giving an overview of DS Domination for people that don't know about DS Domination, and the support structure that we've got in place with the Facebook groups, with the forum, with all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes to set up events, etc. Yeah, if you want to add to that.
Yeah, I'd actually like to say regarding the forum, it's a great concept. I'd recommend anyone going over there and getting yourself active, because it's easier to find content in a forum than it is regarding Facebook, because posts get lost, and then a lot of people don't use the search like function in like Facebook, and you know, at least with a thread, like a forum thread, you have various different opinions as well, you know, and all that sort of thing. It's just easier to track the content, basically.
Yeah, it definitely is. The big problem, maybe for people that don't know, but the big problem with putting Facebook group information in Facebook groups is this. You get some really good content, somebody posts some really good content, and then on top of it, some, welcome to the group goes in there, and then you get another person welcome to the group and a welcome to the group, and by the time you've got 10 people welcomed into a group, this good content is now down the bottom of the stack and you can't find it. People don't know that there's a little search function on the right hand side of the Facebook groups. It's a little spyglass, and you type your relevant word in there, like, I don't know, refund or affiliate or something like that, and it'll come up with all the newsfeed messages in that group that are relevant with that keyword. And they do work, but it's really easy to lose the content. So yes, having a forum makes it dead easy because you've got a lot of titles there, specific areas for specific products. Yeah, so it keeps it nice and relevant, doesn't it?
Yeah, and did you speak about regarding like the groups coming together, and obviously we got an official DSD UK group now that different teams are pouring their members into. So we have a unified like front that we can obviously inform you all of the different resources and things that we're all doing, you know.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to add, when people are adding people into there, that obviously the person that's added them, put them in the box on the side, and obviously then get in contact with one of the admins and show them a screenshot. If you'd like more details on that, then contact any one of us three on the panel here, and we'd be more than happy to help you deal with that issue.
Yeah, and so just for people that have already built teams, you need to add your people to these Facebook groups so that they're getting the most relevant, up-to-date information as it happens. Breaking news type stuff. You need to add your teams to that, and it's going to be just a huge resource center, like Gavin just said. That is where you need to be to get the latest goings on. For any events and stuff, you're going to get the information in there. For the hangouts and things, you're going to get the information in there. So get inside the groups, get in touch with anybody, and we'll put you into them groups. Yeah, so I mean, did you watch the corporate webinar?
Yes, I did watch the corporate webinar. I think Rick should add a few words on that one.
Rick, corporate webinar, was it any good? Is this company going anywhere? Is anybody going to make any money with DS Domination?
Categorically, hell yes, but I will just kind of go a bit more in detail there. I'm in the, some of you or most of you will know, I'm in the process of moving house, so finding Wi-Fi spots. I've got no internet, and so I'm trying to find Wi-Fi spots all around the place. And I decided the best place to watch the corporate webinar, one day late I have to say, so I watched the replay, was McDonald's. So I was in McDonald's for 3 hours, at the end of which I was feeling a little bit sick, because although I didn't stuff my face with cheeseburgers, I did have like 2 or 3 coffees and one meal and stuff. So anyway, I was very happy and very content watching that. And I wish the McDonald's staff would have, part of the customer service was to pick people's jaws up off the floor, because I was watching this thing and incredible stuff just kept going, bang, 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 bang. And I honestly, I know that sounds hype, and I hate hype, and it sounds hypey, but it is incredible what Roger and Kevin and Hitesh are doing. And Hitesh has proven once again he is a complete genius. With what he's sort of adding in. Do you want me to go into specifics, or shall I let you
Well,
guys?
well, touching on that, Hitesh being the genius, I
Yeah.
was just watching the webinar again just before this hangout to refresh on a few bits, and one of the things that Roger asked Hitesh, he said, uh, before DS Domination, how much were you turning over in product sales for the year? And he said just close to $7 million worth of sales. So this guy knows his stuff. He's an absolute legend. Whatever he puts his attention on, just boom, it just grows. So he's really, really focused on DS Domination, and whatever they've got a 5-year plan of all these products and stuff, which is all really good. But I mean, immediate future, the content in the website at the moment is unbelievable, and in 2 months' time, there's going to be another. Oh no, next month, October, he said that the other big thing is coming out. So
Yes.
yeah, there's so much in there, and he is a genius. Go on, I'll let you carry on.
Well, I mean, are we gonna tell people, for those, because obviously we're going to get people who aren't members of DS Domination watching this. So do we tell people everything here?
I think we should just give a brief overview of what's to come. It's nice to have a little bit of a teaser. But no, on a serious note, yeah, it's crazy. Like from when I started DSD in January, it's how it's evolved and how they've the training's totally changed now. They've updated that, and some people may say, well, why do you have to pay a subscription? But with e-commerce changes all the time, and there's new things, and it's always developing, and you need to be on top form. And the great thing with DSD is that they update their training all the time, and if there's something that's not right, it gets changed. We work with the times. We evolve with e-commerce, and at the same time, they're adding a new income stream as well with different with this new thing. And I'll hand you back over to Rick because he has a little bit more knowledge than I do, and I don't particularly want to talk about something that I don't have much knowledge on.
There's going to be people on here going, come on guys, what the hell are you talking about? A lot of people will know there is a sister company being set up with an additional income stream called Options Domination, which is options trading. I mean, I don't want to be misquoted or take anything. I mean, I'm not particularly knowledgeable in options. And I've been told by various leaders who've been testing and beta testing this trading platform not to be sharing sort of figures, but the initial successes and initial results that people are having with this are staggering. And I stress again, I hate hype. But this is something that again has been a thing that's been in the background. Hitesh was thinking about this middle of last year, I believe. So it's not something totally fresh that they're just having a go with. It's been properly planned, and it's now being bolted on as it will be a separate company from what I understand. So it's not going to be inside DS Domination, but it's under the umbrella of DS Domination. So hence it's called Options Domination. And yeah, I don't really want to share too much, only because I don't know too much myself. But the initial results are ridiculous as far as income back from very small outlay.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could elaborate on that.
And there was, Kevin shared his results on the screen, which I'm not going to share, but the results that we saw on the screen of his record over the last, I think he said 45 days, he tested it out. Mm-hmm. And over them 45 days, he made X amount of dollars, and it's obviously very good. And they'd only put it onto other DS Domination affiliates if it was any good. And the results that we saw on there were mind-boggling and very exciting to be a part of.
and it's a way of taking, obviously, when you get established with DSD and with what you're doing, and it's another way of reinvesting your money into another platform and another income stream. If if you look at it like that,
Yeah.
that's it's building multiple streams of income from different resources. I'm not going to go into major detail because I don't want to confuse people, because I understand that there's people on the call with just started in DSD or don't have no knowledge about DSD, but they're trying to bring different multiple streams of income, so then we can retire happily.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also, I think that'll do on the options trading, because if we do go into too much detail, it'll baffle you. You won't know what's going on, and then you'll be like, oh, I don't know if it's right for me. It's too confusing. Everything is optional. You don't have to take part in what you don't understand, and everything is do that level, get some money going, then move up to the next level. So there's no pressure in DS Domination to do any of what we're talking about. It's all about doing it at your own pace. So there's also the listings integration tools, and there's the thing that he talks about with Genesis and having some people go out there and they can't find items to list, even though there's a billion items that are available. So what DS Domination are doing is using the customers that have got the highest package in DS Domination, called Genesis, and getting their products available for everybody, even at the pro level. I think that started at. So you'll log into your back office, and up will come a screen of, do you want to purchase these items to list on your account? And then you'll be able to make the profit because you'll be getting a discount from the supplier. So really clever stuff, and that's just another bit that's just been thrown in there. Let's give you that. There's also, what were the other features that were mentioned on that then?
On the listings integration.
Well, on the webinar.
Well,
can I just pick?
Go on, Gavin.
Well, sorry, right. So, right, I just want to just quickly give a brief overview on listing integration. Now, I set it up when they first offered it to us, and the packages that I have are Pro, Elite, and Unleashed and Monopoly, just so you know. And I set up listing integration when they introduced it a while back, and I slowly introduced some of my items. It didn't work for a while, but I just let it run, and I know that they did have some issues because eBay didn't actually realise the amount of people that are going to request this information for their accounts to be updated, and so they had a bit of an issue there, and they've sorted that out now, and it's slowly panning out, and it works on the US items. On the UK items, they're still working on that. There hasn't been an official thing yet, from what I know, and if you're doing US items, then yes, it does work, but still keep your tracking, still keep what what you're doing in place. But it works very well. I get the odd email come through saying, "Yep, this has been adjusted. This has been," which saves a lot of hassle, to be honest. But yeah,
and that's the thing that I think worries a lot of people, that they don't have the time. If they've listed 10 items, then yes, they can go back each day and they can check them 10 items are still in stock, still at the right price, and then carry on. But once you've got up to 100 items or 3,000 items, there's just no way that you can track all them items. So for you out there, when you're there listing, to then go through 3,000 items and make sure they're still in stock at the right price, it's not going to happen. So you're going to have to employ an army of people to do the same job. This is a free tool for people that I've got a pro membership, which is the $20 level, and it's just been bunged in there. Use it. So it's a cracking resource, and like you said, Gavin, the other suppliers are going to be integrated into it as well. So it's not going to be just Amazon that's being tracked; it's other suppliers as well.
Yeah,
So
and I would stress to everyone, be patient on this, because with I've a bit of IT knowledge and stuff, as well as Stephen does as well, is that it does take a lot for this to be put in place. You just be patient with it, because it is slowly going, it's moving forward, and since I started, things have come leaps and bounds. And I can't wait until they start doing some of the other sites and make my life even more easier.
yeah. And the other thing that I was going to touch on was, you said there that the training evolves all the time, or the training evolves because e-commerce evolves as well. And what's happened inside the Elite package is there were some UK suppliers, and now they've just gone and bunged in a load more UK suppliers. And this is it's not just bunged them in because, yeah, they'll probably do it. This is people that are in the UK groups, these Facebook groups that we're talking about. They've contributed their knowledge because they've been drop shipping themselves. They've been using these suppliers for a period of time. They've got some good results from them. They, take the addresses out. They do all the right things to make it easy for us to drop ship their items. So then they've been recommended, and then there's videos in the back office of the Elite package, which is $100 level, of all these UK suppliers. So you're not just stuck with, let's go and find it on Amazon. You've got a huge amount of other resources to tap into. So that's crazy. Either of you want to comment on that? I'll take that as a no.
I thought Rick was going to say something.
No, he was still muted. Anyway, the other thing is the options trading. Just had a question there. When is it going live? And I think he did say in October. That was what I got. Would you agree with that? Somebody?
Yeah, I believe it is October.
Yes,
I got both of us now. Yeah, I believe it's October. I think that's what was mentioned in the webinar. It's still a little bit hazy. We've seen what it is and the results, and people have been, testing it. As far as the nitty-gritty details, yeah, there haven't been any nitty-gritty details. So I think it was the first point of kind of releasing information on the webinar. There is a message on here from Stephen. He says, is options DSD different to the funnel that Kevin Wilkes points you to?
Yes.
I think we should be
clear. Different.
Completely different. They are, yeah, the funnel, as far as I'm aware, if that's what you're talking about, Stephen, is for DS domination. One thing we need to stress is options domination is a completely separate entity. It's under the same umbrella, meaning you guys in DS domination have got access and first access to this, but it's not the same. The drop shipping is the forefront. It always will be. That is your gate or your door into an incredible amount of income potential for the sake of $20. And then once you got your income coming in using the drop shipping training, Kevin, Hitesh, and Roger have now got somewhere you can now invest your money, as in to take it to the next level, if I can use that phrase. So that they're really thinking for everyone. They want people to grow their personal wealth and everybody to have like a win-win. So it's not just a case of creating an income or a living for yourself. It's then taking it one step further and saying, right, how can we again grow this even more?
There's Um, I, I want to talk about. I'm just going to just show this book, right? Okay, the Cash Quell Quadrant, right? And the only reason why I'm showing that book is because it's a good book to read, and if you're someone wondering why this company's adding multiple streams of income, I would recommend that you go read that book, because then that will actually enlighten you of why they're doing what they're doing. Because there's different quadrants that people work in. I'm not going to sit here now and try and explain this book, because there's a couple of pages at the end I'm still going through. But it's a recommended read, and it's about looking through life, looking at different multiple streams of income and investing your money at the same time. Because we all know that pensions in the UK aren't that brilliant, and vice versa around the world. So I hope that sort of gives some sort of insight.
Yeah, it's future-proofing things, isn't it? And putting the investment side into DS Domination, instead of just labouring, putting the listings up, it's thinking for the future, and that was what was laid out in the Hangout. I just had a comment there from Sasha saying that the listings integration for the UK has been quoted for tomorrow being the day it starts to work fully. Support have quoted tomorrow being the day that UK listings integration will be working. We'll test it tomorrow. So we'll be interested in that.
Nice to see someone's on the ball more than us.
I know. Well, that's why we're here. We're not.
Yeah,
We've got to know everything. Get some comments in there if you know any other bits.
Well, that's what I like about this call. I want everyone to get involved. If they've got a bit of knowledge that we don't know, I'm not sitting here saying that I know it all. I do my utmost best to try and get information out as quick as possible and what I've learned. But if you've got something that is, you've learned before me, crack on, bring it out. We want to know about it. We want to know. Even I want to know.
Exactly. And that's going to be the beauty of these Facebook groups as well. Once all of this collective knowledge of the UK is in one place, and the forum, it's in one big place there. I think it's really, really powerful to get that collective knowledge together. It's crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yes, it's good now that people are slowly coming together, and we're trying to put everything into the same area, because bouncing around, when you've got 13, 14 different groups, you're trying to look in and get information and sort of, going from one place to another. Because obviously it changes. When you start out in DSD, you start out in like your basic groups, and then when you move up levels, you get into different groups. And I started off in a lot of US groups, and then I got introduced into UK groups, because I didn't even know that there was UK groups, and then I got introduced into UK groups, which helped me a lot progress and work through some UK issues, and after a while it starts getting a bit confusing when you got this group, that, and the good thing is we're all slowly working together now from different teams to try and bring a universal group together,
Yeah, it's just grown so fast. I mean, when we first started, I don't know how we actually got together now, the three of us. Was it just groups?
I'll tell you exactly how it was. There was a post put in my international thread in my US group, and
right.
it was for a hangout, and we all done this one-off hangout, and it wasn't recorded or anything, and then Stephen turned around and said, "Oh, should we record these and start letting people know what we're doing?" And so myself, Stephen, and Rick got together, and we started doing these Wednesday calls. And we're all three of us are from different teams, just so you all know. And we decided, right, we'll just call it Team UK. Just make it a universal group, Team UK, we have this call on a Wednesday, and then we just crack on. And just been doing that each week.
There you go. Gavin's memory's better than mine. Yeah, that was a while ago, wasn't it? We've done quite a few. So, and then, yeah, what I was saying was it's grown so rapidly. So, I mean, we got together from an international thread, and then once we started doing our groups and the hangouts, then you start to see other groups in the UK as well and other individuals. There's a lot of people out there that are in that they started, and the only place they saw DS Domination was from somebody in America advertising, "Come and join my team." So they went over and joined their team, and now they're finding that right, there are people in the UK as well. And then when we meet up at events, I've got my sponsors in Canada and my sponsors in America, but it's nice to get together with people that are having these little niggles that the UK marketplace puts upon us. So yeah, it's really good to get all these people together because we've got people. There must be somebody in Scotland. I was trying to think of somebody then, but we've got people in Grimsby that we all know, Oberon. We've got people in London, in Coventry, in all over the place, all coming together and helping each other make this a really good business. It's not anymore an American company. It's a UK company as well. DS Domination is well established in the UK. So that's the beauty of what we've put together and reached out to all these people on YouTube and beyond.
And yeah, I was just going to say, sorry, but Kevin, I was just going to say, I still get on a regular basis, not kind of every day, but maybe every other day, I get people contacting me, either who are already in DS Domination, and they're kind of saying, "Oh, I didn't realise there were other people in the UK," and then they sort of heard about a hangout, a UK hangout, or they've heard about a UK group. And of course, we've been, going on about this kind of thing for a while, and people are still discovering us. So it's as you say, it's a really cool thing to have a kind of universal thing, and it is all becoming very universal. Everyone helps everyone, and that is probably a good point to say, guys, if you are watching this and you're in DS Domination, don't take it for granted. Don't assume that someone else in the UK who's is in DSD is connected to the same things like this and the main group that's just been created. Reach out to people, because there will be people who are disconnected from everything, whether it's because they've got a US sponsor, whether it's because their sponsor, wherever they are, has quit DS Domination for whatever insane reason they would do that. But whatever it is, yeah, there are still people who need help, and we're there. The Facebook groups are there, so plug people in and tell them about it, because we want to make sure everybody is happy.
Yeah. And what I'd like to add is some people come from a US group, and they may have already got themselves into the maybe a UK group, or may not have known about a UK group, and they just sit themselves in a US group. And you hear about this from someone else that you've met in DSD, from here, there, and everywhere. I'd strongly advise everyone in the UK to come together, because one of my small goals is to get sort of a more united front, and because people can struggle when you ask in the US, some of the US groups, it can be a little bit tricky.
They're just not aware of the issues that are presented. Even the big sponsors don't realise the different techniques that we've got to use to trade in the USA. So yeah, it's very important to be in the groups. There was a question there by Steve saying, are the groups for just pro users or just for pro users or all levels? It's everybody that's at pro will be added to that group. So if you've got people in your team that are at pro, get them into that group.
Me personally, on a front, I would like to see, because obviously you got some people who like forums and some people who don't. And me personally, I would like to see eventually we slowly progress towards the different levels and cover those different levels, but come out as a united front. in our different groups.
No, I think that's been talked about actually, buddy. I've just actually answered Stephen on that as well, on the chat section. It's very definitely for everyone at pro level right now. But going forward, as we've done in the past, and it's all been a bit bitty, there is going to be, of this main primary group where everyone helps everyone in the UK, there are going to be offshoots for the different levels. I believe that has been discussed, but don't let that kind of, make you think, oh, well, I won't do that because I'm a pro, but I want to focus on elite. Everyone should be in this pro level group because that is the basic, that is the foundation of the entire platform. So make sure you get in there and add people to there, and then from there, when we kind of sorry about the background noise, when we have the additional groups, then going forward they will be created and you will get added to them.
Yeah, because I'd just like to add, what everyone's got to understand is we've got several teams working together at the moment, and we're all in talks, and we're all progressing forward how to make the UK better. And obviously, various different people put information into the product itself within DSD. We've got more places that we can list in the UK now, and that, and more suppliers and stuff. We're all trying to work together, but I'd just like to say to everyone, be patient. When you've got several teams all trying to work together, it's going to take time, and but it's all for the greatness of DSD, because this is going to rock, man. You know what I mean? We're just going to rock it.
It already is rocketing.
yeah. But I mean, even more. It's so much info out there.
Well, I spoke to a network marketer that's been in the industry for 15 years, and he said he has never found a business that has come anywhere near what DS Domination has, and that's from an experienced internet network marketer. 15 years, tried all sorts of stuff, and he's never seen the amount of value that is in DS Domination right now. So there you go. And we get, it's nice to see the comments. I saw one today actually. Probably can't find it now, but it was a woman that started not so long ago, and it just showed the level of income that she's made. And all they've done is plugged into the training, gone through the training, and used it, got the suppliers that are in the back office of DS Domination, sourced the items, listed the items, and sold the items, and she's made a huge amount of money from it. We've got one of our team members, Oberon. She's made all these profits to go out to the US to emigrate her family, or migrate her family, whatever the word is, over to Florida. There's so many stories of all these people. It's just incredible to be surrounded by them. So have we got any other questions in the... Mine keeps refreshing. Right. I can't see any other questions. So I would like to encourage you, get involved in the Facebook group, get involved in the forum. That is the main focus for you. You're going to get lots of information in them groups, and it's going to get you going forward in the right direction. Keep in contact with people, get to the event, get your ticket for the event. After the corporate webinar, I know that there was a load of sales of the event tickets to go and see Roger in October. So that's like weeks away. Roger is coming over. There's going to be special training. It's going to be a 2-day event. You'll probably need to, I think at the moment, the behind the scenes things, there's going to be different training if you're at different levels within DS Domination. So if you're thinking about upgrading, maybe upgrade before the event, and then you will get more information at the event. And I'd get your ticket right away. The hotels around there, there's a lot of discussion in the groups of people booking their tickets and getting the hotels. So if you want to go to Travelling or the Drayton Manor Resort, or any of the other places around there, there's plenty of discussion in the forums for that. What else was I thinking about? Have you got anything else to add, guys?
I think that's about it. Just look, like we were talking about with the groups and stuff, just bear with us. Do as you do with putting people into the group, and obviously show the screenshots. That's very important. And we'll keep you posted.
Can I I don't know if you're about to sort of say goodbye, Stephen, but can I finish on something? As in, I want to approach each of you individually with one question. If we have people, we will have people who are not part of DS Domination right now. If they're watching this webinar and they've been involved with other things, as many of us have as well, what would you say to them if they were sitting here going, yeah, I've kind of heard all this earn money online thing before and it didn't work for me, or I've been involved with a network marketing company that was, you know, this or this and it didn't work for me. Stephen, what would you say to them, not to convince them or persuade them to get in, but to reassure them that this is a very safe place?
The best thing about DS Domination is it's $20 to have a look. You get all these videos which take you 2.5 hours if you want to sit down in one session to go through the pro level of training. They're broken down into a couple of minute videos, like 8-minute videos or so. So it's really, really step by step. You've got all the support that you need. You can do it without recruiting anybody. You know, you can make money without recruiting anybody else, which means that the product works. The product is training you how to be effective on eBay and on Amazon. What else? There's so many perks. If you want to invite people into it, you get commission on that as well. There's team structure. So if you maybe you're not a big leader, you don't want to be the figurehead, but you want to, you know, let people in. There's support for them. So if you've brought people into the thing and you haven't got, anyway, there's things in place. You know, the forum. There's a Facebook groups as well. So there's all this support for them. So it's really easy to build a big team and have them supported. The events are going to just really gel your team together. You're going to get to see teammates. I'll tell you what, I speak to some of my team very rarely because I know that all they're doing is getting on with what they're doing. eBay, Amazon, making some money. They're happy. They're not bothered about marketing, affiliate side of thing at all. All they want to do is do the eBay thing. So they keep paying their subscription because they want the up-to-date training, and they're making money, so they're happy. So I think I've gone too much there, but anyway, there's a lot of bonuses.
Thank you very much, Gavin. Have you got anything to add to that?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, just like give it a go. It's, you know, it's only for, what was it, about 12-13 quid. You know, British pounds, boys. But yeah, no, it's good. I'm glad I got into it, and it's, you know, something you can just evolve from, and it's skill set that you can actually take away. And like, if it's not, you find it's not for you, and then you hit a hard time, and you think, well, actually, I can use this skill set for myself. And do, you know, I've actually seen people coming in DSD, use the product, and then go, well, hang on a minute, it's not for me. I'll go off and they found a product, and they've actually opened up a shop and started selling that product. You know, they've gone in a totally different direction. And fair play to them, you know. But it's given them that opportunity and that new skill set, you know. And the learning. The one thing I'd like to say with that as well, the learning curve in it is small comparison to a lot of other jobs, you know, and a lot of other things. You know, I treat this as a job, I treat it as a business as well. It's day in day out I do my routine, but I have the opportunity to do that, and you can as well. You don't have to have you know long hours to do it. You can fit it around your work. There's people in here. There's one guy who does window cleaning, and I've seen him with his laptop in his van. Screenshots of his. So you just work it around with what time you've got, really, and I think it's the best thing.
It's very flexible.
Yeah, flexible. It's flexible. It's entirely up to you how much time and effort you want to put into it. And that depends on how much money you want out of it as well. So.
Yeah, they say if you treat it like a hobby, I guess with any business that works, it's the same thing. But especially with DS, treat it like a hobby, you'll get hobby size income. Treat it like a business, you will get business side income, and that really is the case, because it is about. Because I've been involved online for, as many of you know, about 10 years. There were certain things that I got into that I thought the thing to do as an affiliate was shout from the hilltops and go, "This is amazing! Live a laptop lifestyle. Do this, do this, do this." Whereas with DS Domination, you've got that, but if you do have the discipline to treat it like a job when you first start, you will see the results quicker than if you just go, "Cool, I've got something," which is what I did at the beginning. I thought, but yeah, you got some self-discipline and you get through the trainings and you apply it. You will be rewarded.
You'll actually be surprised. I actually got approached by an old friend of mine that I spoke to for some time, and he's got a product that he wanted to sell. And he approached me and said, "Oh, would I like to sell that product?" Now, I didn't even expect that, but that's, it's weird how there's, people in the woodwork, should we say, pop out, sort of say, "Oh,
Yeah, it's an awesome vehicle we've got here. So with that, I think that will conclude our hangout, and leave any comments down below. If you see a comment section, leave a comment. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. If you want adding to the Facebook groups, get in touch. We'll add you to the Facebook groups. If you want to join DS Domination, get in touch with anybody on the panel and join us. We're open to new members. The rate this is growing in the UK is massive. So get with the UK team and get yourself off to the best start. So with that, thank you guys, and we shall speak very soon.
Thank you all.